Yay.
Hey everyone, welcome to Heart-Centered Tarot. As always, my name is Marina and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey.
Yay.
And I have with me Aley from Heart and Soul Connected.
We're
Hey,
connected heart to heart. Both we're centered in
are.
our hearts, and so we're good friends. Yes. Thank
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so this is letting spirit drive. This is, wherever direction spirit takes us.
Yeah.
That's where we go. That's where we go. So business end of things, let me take care of that first. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't know where Aley's channel is, go down in the description of the video and you're going to find a link there to her channel. So make sure you go over, give her like, share, and subscribe.
Excellent.
And we, you do personal readings as well, right?
I do, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay, so if you're interested in a personal readings, yes, please book more than one, okay? get in touch with us and we'll send you the details. You'll be able to get Aley's email and my email. Go to our community tabs, our main pages under the community tab. You can get all kinds of information about us. And
you sure can. You sure can. And don't forget, if you're on my channel, I'm simulcasting, to do the same for Miss Marina.
Thank you. Thank you.
Show her the love as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. And if you'd like to become a member of either on my channel or Aley's channel, by all means, take a look at that. Membership does have its benefits and rewards.
It does.
And yes, so you can check out all that if you click on the join button, it'll give you a drop-down menu and it'll, tell you different levels and whatnot. And, we start, I think, at $4.99 a month and, for the price of a cup of coffee.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And some, like for instance, if you were a member of my channel, you could have been in my dream class, which actually would have cost $33 instead of $4.99 or whatever.
Yes.
But, and Marina does similar things. So
yes, absolutely. Yeah. So there's that. Let me see what else. I think that's probably the main thing. Lisa Niedermeyer. Lisa, you better send me an email. I have been trying to send you emails. I don't know if they're sitting in the junk folder or wherever they are, but please, I'm going to put my email in here for you again. So please reach out to me. Don't go through my website because I don't always
check that.
I don't know that I have all that configured properly. Okay, so there's that. Okay. And then last but not least, if we do take questions, please, if you have had a reading from anyone in the last 72 hours, please hold back on your question. Let someone else
get one. Yeah.
Yes, because what happens is sometimes those that come in first, and it's not a good idea spiritually. It's not a good idea to be getting readings all the time because
that's true. You got to trust this, and you got to trust your intuition. A lot of you. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of you are connected. You do get the messages, right? So whatever you get, don't toss it aside and say, "Oh yeah, my feelings don't matter. I'm going to listen to so and so." Don't do that. Right. Trust yourself. You got this.
Trust yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, Yvonne. All right. Thank you, dear.
Okay. Thanks, Yvonne. Yeah. So what is in the yes, thank you, Viviani. And I should mention, okay, let's say hello to some people that are here.
We should. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Claire Griffiths. I think she is a new member on your channel.
Yes.
Well done. Bora Bora. Hello. Bora. Jennifer Lynn. Yvonne Yansky. Gemstone Rhapsody. Hello, Amber. So nice to see you. Let us know where you are, how you are. What are you up to? What are you doing? That's it. Fill us
Yeah.
in. Yeah. Louise Fote is here.
Hi,
Judy
Louise.
Switches. Hi, Judy.
Yeah,
Judy is a
Judy.
member. Yes. Viviani. Jenny Berlin. MK Karen. We've
Hi,
got
MK
Patricia
Karen.
Francino. Hey, Patricia.
Yeah.
Create Love
Mm-hmm.
is a member. Marby Gangora. Hello, Moon Scarab. Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Hey, Sherry. How you doing? Moon Scarab. Teacher Barbara. Jessica
Barbara.
Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
CJ. Hi, CJ. Also a member.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Celtic
Lisa
Seer.
Niedermeyer. Oh, yes, Celtic Seer
Mm-hmm.
or Celtic Seer. Yes.
Okay.
We have got
Willow Love is here.
Marby Gangor, Willow
There-
Love. Yeah.
Michelle Mabel.
Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Astrological Tarot. Annie Hamlin.
Annie.
Oh my gosh, we have got a house full.
We've got a house full. That's
We
awesome.
do too. Excellent. Thank you very much, you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Connie
in.
Epley, I see you here. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow, you guys.
Wow.
And Amanda Carroll.
Amanda Carroll. Excellent.
Oh.
Jeez.
Lisa has a message for you, Marina. She said she tried 3 times, but she'll check the spam.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 times. I received a message, but I'll check. Yes, please do. Because Yeah.
It's, sometimes that really happens because I've had people tell me that they've sent to Diana Bowles and she doesn't get it and they're wondering why she won't respond. So I don't get that anyway. Yeah.
And also too, make sure that it's the right email address. Sometimes one letter off.
One letter. Yeah.
Boom. And it goes, and if there is such a box out there somewhere, somebody's getting the letter, and then anyway. Yeah. So
actually it happened to my son. My husband wrote my son an email a long time ago, and it went to another guy with the same name, and he wrote back, "Who the hell are you?" So, it's pretty funny.
Thanks. I thought we were friends.
I know.
Anyway, oh my gosh. So thank you, you guys.
Anna T. Lynn. Nice to see you guys. Thanks all for coming in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's Patrick. Yeah, listen. Good gracious. Wonderful. I hope that we will have a lot to talk about. And Michelle from Astrological Tarot. And Celtic Seer says, yeah, ladies, check your spam box. Yes.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Did you send it to this email for Marina?
Did you ever watch Monty Python? Spam, 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 spam.
You know what? I love Monty Python.
I know, me too.
The things that mind creates.
I know.
It's just amazing and funny. And Life of Brian, I think.
I know. Remember they had the clumping of the hoofs, but it was 2 coconuts going together.
Look
on
Anya side of life. Yeah,
that's right. Or I like Chinese. I like their tiny little trees.
Yes. So many little moments. And you know what? Yeah, I think it was Monty Python actually that got me in the habit of watching British comedies. Yeah. And then, once I started, I couldn't stop. There were so many of them that
I
were
know. No, I get it.
funny. Yes.
I totally get it. Because that's what really made me watch The Office in the British Office. And I love Ricky Gervais. So
Yes.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow, Lisa. Her son's name is Brian because of that movie.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yes, Minister.
Of Silly Walks, the guy that walked with his legs up like this. Yeah. And Men in Tights.
Yes. And mine were Keeping Up Appearances. I love Keeping Up Appearances. Oh my gosh, there's
Mr. Bean. Did you watch Mr. Bean?
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Bean. Are you
Then he
being
was Benny
served?
Hill. Benny
Yes,
Hill, my
Benny
daughter
Hill.
watched that.
Yes, yeah. Are
Um,
you being served with Mrs. Slocum? And I am unanimous in this.
Hi, Gerald. Hi,
Yeah.
Randy.
Hey,
Nice to see you.
Gerald.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gerald,
I
Randy.
know.
Hello, Amanda Carol. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
British programming is Black
It really
Adder.
is. It
Yes,
is.
Amber. That was another one. Because there was a whole series of Blackadder. You know,
Mhm.
Blackadder in the army, Blackadder in anyway,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hi,
Hilarious.
Roxy. Yeah. No, honestly. And my son and I, we had a audio tape of a lot of Monty Python, and you didn't even have to see it, and you'd just be cracking up. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And still is. Yeah, bouquet. That's right. It's pronounced bouquet, not bucket. Yeah, keeping up appearances. Yeah. Hyacinth
That's great.
bucket.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Watch the having tea in my china with the hand painted periwinkles. And
Did you like Dame Everidge, Edith Everidge as well?
yes,
Yes. Yeah, she was fun. Yeah.
yes, I did. Absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
So listen, I just found out before the show, and this is my son was telling me this, that Christy Nome, God love Christy Nome.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, somebody has to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, her publisher is having to take out sections of her book because she had in her book that she had met with Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
And it turns out, yeah, when she was questioned, no, she wouldn't admit that she hadn't, but all she said was, well, I've met with a lot of world leaders. Yeah, but did you meet with Kim? Well, I've met with a lot of world leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I was telling Aley,
if you said, did you meet with a guy from Rwanda or something? Okay, there's lots of world, you don't know everybody's name, but Kim Jong-un, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Really? Yeah. You made a mistake, you thought, why is it because all Asian people look alike? Is that what you were trying to say?
What it is. Well, look at Tim, what's his face with the big teeth? The African-American guy that wants to be the VP, Tim Scott.
Oh, Scott.
Yeah. He was asked this weekend by the same TV station.
Yes.
Do you think that would you accept the results of this? And he said, I already made my statement.
Yes. Yeah. In other words, yeah, I'd like to be VP. Mm-hmm. Can you bend over, Mr. Trump? Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah. So listen, can we throw a few cards on how it is? I think we've already done this before, but let's just double check now with the new information on Christy Nome.
Yes.
Is her book actually going to be published? Because I'm thinking
her days are numbered as governor too, because even the people that were in her party didn't like that she said she did that to that dog.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Terry Stash. Hello, everyone who has joined us, who we've not had a chance to say hello to. So glad you're here.
Thank you for coming in. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So and that, well, let's do that in two parts. Okay. Is her book actually going to get published? Number one. Number two is she going to be governor for long, or is she going to lose that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so she did it because she wanted the majestic whale to be happy that she was friends with, so to speak, with the short man from North Korea. But everybody's going to remember this book as having blood on her hands for killing all those animals, and the way that she's so callous about it. And there's something about it being in a gravel pit that makes it even more creepy. And so I think it's going to get shot down. Her book is, it will be published, but I don't know how many people are going to read it. It's like Margie's book. There aren't very many people that have it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
No.
So there's that one.
Yeah. You know what? She thought that this was a really good idea. The Ace of Wands. It was, I'm going to get his attention, because I think maybe that whole book was intended for an audience of one. I don't know if she realizes that he can't read,
or that he wouldn't even if he could, because he doesn't have time. He has no.
And it's not about him.
Right.
Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah. She's very, very much a fool. She, decided to take a step where maybe she shouldn't have taken a step. And no, people are going to decide against it. It's making a decision, and people are consciously saying no. Yeah.
That's right.
So that's the book. Okay. So how's she going to do as governor? Or cards are flying. Literally
CEV12, she did kill a puppy. She killed a puppy and a goat, and she's killed horses. Yes. And not because they were like ready to die or anything. And hi, Pierrette. Yeah. I want to say hi. Okay. Hello, so what do you got? What do you got, Marina? Oh my God. You had him flying out? Yeah.
Well, what flew out was the world. Yeah. The world is watching. This is kind of you got my attention. Okay. You've already told me who you are, and now you're just waiting for all that blowback to come in, right? Mm-hmm. So you put it out there. And why did you do that? Because you're trying to appease the emperor. Hello.
That's right. That's right.
And how is that going to work? It's not. I get the Wheel of Fortune. Honestly, as I went to shuffle, these were the four that literally popped out.
Flew out. Yep. Flew out. So, the first thing I get is that the voters, they'd like to vomit when they think about her.
Yes.
And she's actually been wrestling with the news stations by coming on and not apologizing, but like trying to change the narrative and saying, oh, I didn't know it was in there, and yada yada yada. Yeah, but she has she can't claw her way into the next governorship. I don't think. She's kind of washed up at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
she'd have better luck with Sarah Palin, I think.
Yeah. You can't unsee what you've seen, right? Yeah. You can't undo it.
You can't. That's right.
And thank you, Froxy. I mean, I washed it. Maybe that makes all the difference.
She did it just for you guys. Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, it would have gone another month.
Yes, Jen. We're talking about Gnome.
Yes.
And you're right, Amanda. Why did she put it in her book? Because she thought it showed that if she's the vice president, she can still make tough decisions.
Yes.
And what she also said? She said that Biden's dog should be also put down because that dog isn't any good either. Yeah. So,
yeah, exactly. And I often think, but actually I know animals will take on the personalities of their owners.
It's very true. Yeah, it is.
So if that dog, or not even a dog, it's a puppy at 14
it was
months
a puppy
old, it's still a puppy.
That's all it was. Yeah. And it would have made somebody a really happy little animal at home. Yeah, somebody would have been happy. It was adorable.
There were so many other options that she could have chosen aside from the one that she did. Now, is it possible that maybe she put that in there just to get attention and maybe didn't really do it? Yeah, it's possible, but I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, and Anya's right. Yes. She said it was the puppy doing what its breed was trained to do, and it killed chickens, but those are birds. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, hello, Linda H.
Nice to
Yeah,
see you.
you're on the one hand, you're going to euthanize. You're going to kill this poor puppy because it ruined a hunt and because it was
Right.
chasing the birds.
Mhm.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. Yeah. I
You
know.
know, it's like getting angry at a dog after you throw a ball and it runs after the ball and brings it back to you. You know?
You know, it's very interesting because all of the reservations in South Dakota will not let her come onto the reservations.
Exactly.
And so she's already lost the Native American population. I don't know how, I know it's kind of sparsely populated in South Dakota, but when what she did that time, she wanted to set off fireworks at the park, that has the national parks,
Yeah. Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah. I know, Anya, I agree. How does she tell her child? Yeah. Hi, Hilda. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you got to see Marina doing her own.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I can't tell you how yeah, how
Yeah.
much that meant to me and how good it made me feel. And I just I
Yeah.
absolutely loved it.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. Yeah. It's always
Yeah.
nice to trust in that you can do those things and just go with it.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Yeah. If
Exactly.
if you don't get if you haven't had a chance, go see Marina and Celtic Sheila's video that's been
Yeah.
posted, and it
Yeah.
should be an
Yeah.
entertaining video. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's on Sheila's channel. And since I don't know how to download the video onto my channel, you have to go to my community tab, and it's in the community
It's
tab,
on
and
there.
you can watch it
Yeah.
in there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So apparently today in court, the I think it was the accounts payable person, the supervisor, kind of walked through the process of the checks and how they worked. And basically what her testimony was that anything over $10,000 had to be approved by Mr. Trump or one of the Trump children.
Right.
And that what she would do is, yes, she would get the request for the check. She would make out the check, and then she would, staple it to the invoice or whatnot. And then it would go to Mr. Trump. And well, how do you know Mr. Trump signed it? Well, because it was done in black Sharpie, and that's what he uses. And we all
I
know
just
about
love
him
that
and his
Sharpie. Yeah.
right?
Sting, sting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
definitely.
And that, yeah, if he approved it, he
Mhm.
would sign the check. If he
Right.
didn't approve it, he would write void across the check and just send it back.
Correct.
So, that's a pretty good trail of, well, what about this check? What about this check? And especially if one of them had to approve it, but you didn't know what Michael Cohen was up to.
Right.
You didn't know what Alan Weisselberg was up to. You had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'd like to check in and see, is it starting to dawn on Trump that his days are numbered?
I heard today there was something going on where he was wanting to throw out the documents case in Florida because apparently the papers were out of order that were taken out of the boxes or something like that. I'm thinking, God, they're just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. And how do you know they were out of order?
Yeah, I know. How do you know? That's
Do
the
you?
thing. Yeah.
Are you relying on your memory?
Really.
I know when I sold that information to North Korea, it was not in that one. It was actually in this one. Yeah. Entertainment purposes.
Yes, it was in there with my colorectal exam information.
Yes. Yes.
What was the question again? I'm sorry, Marina.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Is it starting to dawn on Trump that his days are numbered?
Right.
Yeah.
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 Well, I get the ghost. So this is the majestic whale, which I take to mean him, and so do the other gals that when we read with these cards. but then the ghost had come first. So he feels like he's going to be ghosted by a lot of people, but his ship has already sunk.
Yes.
And there's that dead fish floating up the top, and I don't know. I don't think he's made that connection yet, though. I'm sorry. He just really. Oh, he said today on his way out of court, I thought they were done today, and they told me it may take 3 more weeks, but they looked like they were all done. And I'm thinking, what drugs are you on? Yeah. Well, the ones in the bathroom were in order, Imelda.
Okay. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Yeah. No.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? This is Six of Pentacles. This is his life as he has known it up until now, where he has been doling out the cash and doing whatever it is that he wants, right? Making sure people are paid off and, palms are greased and all that kind of good stuff. 10 of Swords. This has come to an end. This has come to an end. It's over. He may not realize it quite fully yet, but it is over for him. He is spending most of his time sort of in the nostalgia, in thinking back to the way things were. And just kind of it's like the football player who made the one great play in all the years they played football, and that's a story they keep telling over and over and over again.
That's right.
That's kind of where he is just stuck in that, and saying the same thing over and over. And it's there are some days, honestly, when I could feel sorry for him, to think that someone
Mental
is that
issues.
that delusional, and that nobody around him has cared enough about him as a human being to say, Donald, come on.
Well, and there's nothing in it for anybody. Eric is going just because Eric is never liked, and if maybe he figured if he goes, his father will like him. That's what I'm getting. Alina Haba was there today. She's more problems than she's worth.
Yes.
There was somebody else that went that was from his Epstein, or one of those guys went. But no, not Melania, not Ivanka or Jared, any of the other ones. No, none of them are there. Yeah. It is sad, Jana. Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. It's to not have anyone who cares enough about you to say, hey, asshole, knock it off.
Yeah. Well, and you'd be cut out right there. You'd be toast if you did. So they know they can't. It is quite sad. Today they were talking to a guy that takes care of the judge sat and talked to him and told him, I don't want to do this. You are the president of the United States, and you might be the president again, but you are violating my courtroom, and you will, the next time, you will go to jail or some semblance of it. And this guy came on to talk about putting him into this building on Rikers Island. And he would have his own room, but then there'd be another part of the building where the Secret Service could sit. But that they're trying to get Secret Service not to be available for him if he gets fined or if he gets in jail. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. I could see that it does make sense, but So, okay, you know what? Let's take a look at that. Does he end up in that special room in Rikers Island?
Yeah. Even if it was just for 5 or 6 hours. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. Because I think it would
go
be
through the process, right? Get fingerprinted, take off all your clothes, put this uniform on, go in there.
Bend over.
Bend over. No, you can't take your phone with you. No, you can't take this with you. Oh, listen, it's too late. You've missed supper. And it's our favorite meal, So
Ooh. Yeah.
And T-Lynn, you know what? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let's
and
see.
Claudia's so funny. It's Jesus take the wheel night. I love it.
Yes. Totally.
All right. So he
Okay.
thinks he's the ruler and that this cannot happen to him. And we know he does.
Yeah.
And yet the rules he's broken are really the rules, not what he believes.
Yeah.
And he's strumming along with the same old tune because he's so used to being so bombastic that honestly, I don't think he even realizes sometimes that he's saying what he's saying. You know, when he
Yeah.
writes it, I think he has more time to think about it. When he says it, it's just there. And he even said tonight, I can't really answer you folks because you ask me questions and I want to answer them and then I get in trouble. So please don't ask. I heard him say that.
Yeah.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, they could, Linda. Yeah. Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
I get the hangman.
Mhm.
This is, yeah. And I'm seeing this as the judge looking at things from a different perspective and kind of saying, yeah, okay, you might have been the president and you might be the president again. The law is still the law. And
Yeah.
I have to apply the law. That's my job. Right.
Yep.
And
Yep.
if you were Joe Citizen, this is what would happen to you.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this is what has to happen to you. Right.
Hmm.
Because it doesn't matter that, again, emperor, it doesn't
The
matter.
ruler. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you're the emperor, you're the ruler, your rules and whatnot. No way, no how. This,
Mhm.
if the judge doesn't throw him in jail, I think that there will be a lot of backlash. In that,
Well, they're saying both ways. Like if they do, there'll be
yes,
civil unrest. If they don't, there'll be civil. And I agree with that. Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
yeah, I
Yeah.
yes, I think that his supporters are loud. There's not a lot of them.
That's
Just
true.
because they make a lot of noise doesn't mean that, they're willing
Yeah.
to do just about anything for him. But the people who are sitting in jail because they have, they haven't followed a gag order or they've done something wrong are going to stand up and say, whoa, 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 I got one chance. I made one
Yeah.
mistake and here I
Right.
am. And this guy over and over, right? They're the ones, and there's more of them than there are of Trump supporters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yesterday on Threads, which is like an X or a Twitter, they had a big sign with two men holding the end of the sign, and it said, "Real men wear diapers." You saw it? Okay. Yeah. That's not a strong
No,
stance, you know?
no.
But
And,
um
I have to tell you, no, real men don't wear diapers.
and, if you have to,
If,
there's a reason for it, and I'm sorry you have to, but
yes. Yeah.
do you want to identify your next leader as being diaper Dawn? And I don't know.
Or Baron Shits and Pants.
That's right. Celtic Seer says Trump is no more than a distraction for the forces that be. Can we look at the powers that be? That's an interesting question.
All righty, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to,
Yeah.
where are you?
I like that question.
Here we are.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You know what? Let's do that. And actually, I do have other questions start.
Yeah.
So let's start with some of the questions. Trump is nothing more than a distraction for the force of the being. Can you look at the powers that be? They're yes.
They're just such a bunch of yes men, frightened little boys and girls. Even Margie today, she had Johnson in a meeting for 2 hours, and she came out and she says, "We're going to meet again tomorrow, and then I'll talk about it." It's like, lady, they're giving her too much power.
Yeah,
she has no power.
No.
Oh,
Ooh.
all right.
Ooh. Okay, so I had a couple jumpers. The devil and justice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that there are definitely people behind the scenes that are they're pulling the strings. He is like a puppet on a string, but he's very easy to manipulate and very easy to get him to do what you want him to do. Most of the time, I think, and I've said this before, if I wanted to get a secret out of Donald Trump, I'm willing to bet you I could inside of 5 minutes. And that would be, oh, you know what, Mr. Trump? And you have to call him Mr. Trump. I heard that apparently, you know, where there's a new naval station being built, and so said that, but you know, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Yeah. I don't think you have that kind of information. And he would literally argue with me, and he would say, oh, yes, it is. And it's located here and here. And this is the guy that's going to be in charge of it. I don't believe you.
And it has UFOs all over it. It's like we've had this for, I know. Yeah,
absolutely. So people are using him to try to maneuver him now. It's and they've always been people kind of behind the scenes, right? That don't really they don't put their face forward, but they like to have things, to control things. But no, this is not gonna work out well.
So Anne said, is the justice card related to the powers behind Trump being investigated? Or, and she didn't say this, but I'm saying, or is it behind the powers of getting him back in? You know, because there's people doing that sort of plotting as well. So
yes. You know what? I think my feeling is that they put him in power thinking very often that they could manipulate him. Could control him. And yes, they can to a point, but you can't control him all the time. And it's what he does when you can't control him that makes him very, very dangerous. So now you have to find a way to walk away from him. And how do you do that? You can't just cut him off.
He doesn't want to go.
He doesn't want to go.
A little bit of power.
Yeah. So, I think that they are working behind the scenes. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that are sharing information with Jack Smith. And it's kind of a, entre-nous kind of thing that,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to think about the Republican 2025 agenda.
Oh my God.
The people that are responsible for that are all the people that are in the Federalist Association, including those 4 justices that are conservative. So they've already got a power play going. They don't care they don't care if he wins or not. They're going to do this power play. If they can get a Republican in there, they're going to make all those changes. So it's not just him. You're absolutely right, Celtic Seer. It's got, he was just the player in a bigger football game. And, he needs to be taken out. They have blood on their hands. They have blood in their plans. And they have the guts to do it because they want the country to go back hundreds of years.
Yes.
And they don't care if we have to go back and flatten the whole United States into a desert. Yeah. They'll do anything they have to do in order to get their agenda through. So that's kind of what I got on that one. Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. Anyone who has not had a chance to read that Project 2025, read it, please. Honestly,
very scary. And it wasn't put out by Trump, but it's like, it doesn't matter who gets in. This is the plan we want. And the first thing is to dismantle the United States government, basically. Yeah. So very scary.
And then, take control. All righty. Okay. And Celtic Seer also said, would love a message from my mother. Okay.
All right. We can do that.
Yeah.
Is her name Kay, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's hideous, Roxy. You're right.
Totally. Okay. Your mom had little I want to say the word powers, because I think that's how she would refer to it, as her special power, in that, she had a sense of future things that would happen.
Oh.
So I think that she just wants to acknowledge that, she has that, and that she had that, and she's telling you that you have a lot of the same gifts that she did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
she's actually around you quite a bit, and likes what you have done. She's encouraging you to grow in your powers, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. So this is cute. She knows you're an astrologer, of course, because she knows everything about you. But she says competition's a lot more steep than it used to be. But, everybody's got their own way of doing things. And so she says, you don't have to compete, because you're the real deal. You have what it takes to do the work you're doing. And a lot of us here that are in this community on YouTube are less about competition and more about collaboration, because it brings so much more joy to us than it is to snipe at each other. But she says, I'm around all the time. I may be under the table or the chair or whatever, but you got me. I'm here. So just call on my name. I'm here. She says, I'm so glad that you caught my attention tonight.
Nice.
So she says, I could blow horns for you. You're doing so well. And then she said, storms may bring passion, but not peace. So I think she's recognizing maybe you've been through a bit of a storm, but it's only inspired you to do things differently or new way or whatever, and that you have maintained your peace of mind and your peace because of the choices you've made.
Perfect.
That's what I got. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I hope that resonated with you, and thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, CEV12 says, when and what is the next eventful thing in my life, please?
Ooh,
well, now.
What is that?
Well, now.
Yeah, that must have been a thing. Wow.
That's kind of a very, very big ask. And I can tell you a little about the energy, but I can also tell you quite honestly, if I could answer that question, I wouldn't be here. I would be on some little island in the Caribbean.
There you go.
Waving my hand so that, a good-looking waiter could bring me another drink. So, I think what is the next eventful thing? Whatever it is that you want.
So I wonder if everybody's got a different name, for reason why they name themselves whatever on their channels. Yeah. And CEV reminds me of Close Encounters and viewing otherworldly things. And so, so I'm wondering if that's it. Maybe I'm way off base on that, but I'm going to pull for what your spiritual aura is showing me right now. That's what it is. Yeah. Right. Ooh. Wow.
And yes, Anya. Oh, Cabana boy.
So look at this. I got water. Water is emotions. I absolutely love these cards because, as you can see, this DNA coding, if you can't see it, this DNA coding on each side of the cards. And this is looks more like a lantern, although I believe it's like a boathouse type of a place. Yes. But it's on the water, and the water is your emotions, and the water also responds to things that are hidden underneath. The second thing I get is creation, and they're saying you can create the next eventful thing in your life if that's what you want to do, because you, my dear, have all the power, just like Dorothy on Wizard of Oz. And it's all you. Trust your intuition and trust who you are. And finally, if that's not working fast enough for you, you can go to the Akash, or you can go to your regular bookstore if you want, and find something interesting to learn, something new, something you didn't know before. And that will definitely bring the next eventful thing to your life. There you go.
Absolutely. And I pulled from the Witching Hour, and I got Seasons of the Witch.
Ooh.
Okay. And this is all about it's all about honoring cycles, about letting go of control, embracing the season you're in, and kind of repeating a cycle. So this basically what this tells me is be grateful for what you have gone through. Know that things are going to change, but they're not going to change until it's going to be most beneficial for you. Until then, you can swim upstream, or you could turn around and go with the flow and know that what is meant for you will come to you and for you. So.
Absolutely, Marina. That's beautiful. Very true. Yeah.
All righty.
Remember, you're not a salmon. You don't have to go upstream.
No. Exactly. Yeah. And we're kind of all over the place with the questions, but this is good. I like that. Okay. So Hilda would like to know, does Trump end up in that special room?
It would be special if he was in it, because you just know that no matter what they did, and this has air conditioning and everything, but he would be subpar, and he's a very big germaphobe. Do you remember hearing that he had to change the toilets when he went into the White House because he didn't like that the Obamas used them? So he's very, Oh boy!
Thank you, Aley Mac. That's very generous of you.
So I get tunnel vision here, Hilda. Right now, he's got tunnel vision. I think he's really afraid that he's going to accidentally say something, but he can't see the forest through the trees. And I get this, the moon, and the only thing I can say is we can't send him there. So we have to send him to the next closest thing here on the earth, and that's a special room.
Yeah, exactly. And I think about it from a psychological perspective of a human being.
Mm-hmm.
You have done the same thing all your life, and you have always gotten exactly what you wanted when you wanted it. There has never been a consequence for you. Mm-hmm. There have always been people around to clean up your mess, fix whatever you've done, agree to any lies that you have told. Mm-hmm. And you have done this for 70 whatever years of your life. Now, all of a sudden, you're being held accountable.
Yeah.
That
little old me, little old me. No.
Yeah. It would be the same as you or I at this point in time being dropped into a foreign country and told to communicate with the people, make your way, make a living.
Yeah.
Like, never
he
been
got a small loan from his father. What was it, like $1 billion?
Only $1 million.
Only $1 million. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Please, it was only $1 million.
I deserve so much more.
Yes. Yeah. So does he end up in that special room? Yeah. I get enough is a feast. I think he's.
Oh, the spaghetti, Marina.
The spaghetti. Yeah.
Against the wall.
Oh, and I bet it's got ketchup on it.
I bet it does. I bet it does. Some people eat it that way, actually. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I know.
Oh, Hilda.
Okay. Well, hopefully, Hopefully, Hilda, that answers your question. Okay. This is interesting. T.
I
Lynn
know.
says, what do his kids really think of his current predicament? This will haunt those poor grandkids for decades.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It will.
Yep.
It will. Okay, let's see.
He doesn't like kids. He doesn't care. He
No.
doesn't like kids. Now he has to go to Baron's graduation.
Yes,
I love it. I love it.
I
Just wait,
know.
Baron. I'm sure Baron's pissed.
Yeah. Oh, hey, yeah.
I don't want him
Great.
there.
My dad's going to be
Oh, no.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the first thing that I thought of when I heard that he could attend the graduation is, oh my God, he is going to plan a rally on that day so that he can then be at the rally.
Right. Oh, I planned it already and I didn't know what. Yeah.
Yeah. It just happened that way. And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you, Linda H. The fact that there was a box, and if you didn't uncheck the box, then they would take whatever your donation was out every week or 2 weeks or whatever.
Yes.
And those people don't have that kind of money, and no remorse.
Never got the money back. Not ever gonna see the money. Yeah.
So I got the fork, which could really mean a lot of things, but I'm going to say that it's a tough decision, but they think he's forked, if you know what I mean. And they said, he took the risks. He put us at risk. I don't really want to be there. And I'm not going to have anything to do. I know Ivana is not going to have anything to do, or Ivanka, I guess, isn't going to have anything to do with this if he got into this new administration. And they said, the guy really needs to grasp at his rosary beads. because because he doesn't have his support from his family.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I get energy follows intention.
Oh, of course it does.
Right. So you have this is how you have, and look, when you see the picture, it's a brain that is surrounded by thorns, and the thorns on rose bushes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you were raised by a father who really couldn't care where you were, unless of course you were Ivanka, in which case that was different. But now he didn't give a damn about you then, but now he wants you to give a damn about him.
Right.
He never taught you how to do that.
No. Well, he didn't learn it from his parents either,
No,
but he didn't.
no,
he could have done
exactly.
something about that. Yeah, he could have.
He could have. He could have. So
Yeah.
What he's expecting from his kids now, no vacancy. Sorry. Sorry. No room at the end.
Goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So there you go. And Anya would like to know if his parents are trying to steer him in the right direction from the other side.
Oh my God.
It's interesting to contemplate.
Both of them had Alzheimer's. Of course, they wouldn't have it now. And they're probably not recognizing him because at the end, they didn't really have anything to do with them.
Yeah. He is a product of their parenting.
Mm-hmm.
And if it, he is, a product of his environment, but he is also, no one else could have taken on the soul contract that he has taken on.
It's true.
And I say that, anyone else, I think we might have had, we could have found ways to be compassionate for them, and they would have done a lot more damage. But with him, he was the man for the job. It's horrible, but he was the character for the job.
It's very interesting that most of us, if we look back on our lives and we've had really tough relationships, let's say with our parents, we didn't like how they raised us, so there was a problem. We can say in our minds and in our hearts, well, they did the best they could. and
Yes.
once they knew better, and that was their soul. You can find a way.
Yes.
But when somebody doesn't care and they continue on and on and on, and there's no remorse and there's nothing, it's very, very hard to go there. You'd have to be almost a saint, like Mother Teresa. You really would.
Yeah.
But so I get Mom kind of dancing around up there saying, "Oh, you're just being you, Donnie. You're such a good boy." Daddy was the teacher, and he taught everything that he knows about how to be a jerk, basically.
Exactly.
And that he's their messenger. He's I up there, everything is known. It's in the all-knowing state, but I still am not sure they see that they did anything wrong. That there are people that get up there and they don't have any. I just did the best I could. I'm not going to forgive myself. I didn't do anything wrong. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What did you get?
And also don't forget too is yes, they are able to see the big picture, the complete picture, not just a little microcosm of what we're seeing, right? So yes, they know what they have done, and oddly enough, they see him as a success.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it takes a curse to break a curse. They brought him up to be the way that he is, so that he could fulfill this this mission, really. And because they can see the bigger picture, I get carefree timelessness. They know how this is all going to work out.
They do,
right? So yeah, they're not interfering. They they have to let this play out.
And the thing is if you've ever read Mary Trump's book, it's fascinating because the whole family was dysfunctional. Even her own father, who was much more functional than the rest of them, was dysfunctional, and it came from the parents and their grandparents and so forth. Yeah,
of course, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah. Okay.
It is good.
So let's see, what else have we got? Okay, so we did that one. And this is more of a comment. Yeah, Linda, you're right. His supporters know now that Biden isn't going to play with any of their BS. He's going to call out the National Guard. And so, think about it. Is this the hill you want to die on?
Yeah, I know.
I can help make it happen. Right?
That's true.
And all they have to do is just look at all the other fellas who are spending time in jail who supported Donald on January 6th.
Right. And that's why they all aren't really pushing to come out right now. Why would they want to do that after they see he can't do anything about it? Fix it,
Yeah. No, nothing. Okay.
Yeah, no, I remember him saying he would never be, it's weak to be forgiving, and he would never admit he didn't do anything wrong, so he never has to say he's sorry. And there are people like that, and that's what narcissists are. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. He said to, in one of the interviews about asking God for forgiveness. And he said, why?
Yeah, I didn't do
anything to be forgiven for.
I knew a person like that in my real life, and she was my mother-in-law. And I've never heard her ever once say I'm sorry to anybody about anything, because she never was.
Yep.
And so she lived the way her belief, which was I didn't do anything,
Yep. Yeah, totally.
So clueless. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. All righty. So listen, this is our last question. Tasha W., if you're here, just let us know. But she would like to know, will I get a new full-time job soon because school job is ending? Okay.
Hey.
Well,
so you're wanting to get out of the school job? I'm guessing it isn't just because school year's over. You probably are ready to move on, Tasha. Okay. Hi, Tasha is here. Thank you.
Hi. Perfect. Okay. Will.
That's great.
Will you get a new full-time job soon? Okay, will you get a new full-time job soon? I should get a new full-time job soon. Queen of Pentacles. Yes, honey, it's on its way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Huh.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. I got some funny cards. Well, not ha funny. I got lips, and I'm going to say that you're going to hear about one to apply for from somebody. That's it. Can be passion and so on, but I'm not thinking that's what this is for this. But you'll hear it from somebody's lips, and they'll tell you that this is a wonderful harmony and balance for your life, and that it's a job that you may feel like, oh, I could do that job, and I probably would like going to work. So that's always nice. And dream fulfilled. Look at that. You got the star. That's the dream fulfilled. So you should be able to get a new job. Yeah.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
Will you move for it? I don't know. Will they have you dance? Maybe.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Is that what you're wanting to do? It's not your cup of tea. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to move? Do you want to move?
Yeah. Because it's you're going
to try to move. Might make you cry because you'll have to leave people behind. So that's going to be your choice. Yeah.
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 Totally your choice. Wonderful. Alrighty. Well, that was our last question. And we are at 1 hour, 1 minute. How fabulous.
Yeah.
Right. Pretty much right on time.
We are.
Yeah, we are. And another great show. I really enjoy reading with you, Aley. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it too, Marina. Yeah. And next time, Marina will be hosting, and Arthur will be back.
Yes.
The 20th, is it? The 20th?
Yeah. The 20th.
Okay. Yeah. And we love him too.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's always nice to get another perspective.
It definitely is.
Yeah, and I'll be a little more prepared, I think, on the 20th because you weren't unprepared. You remember, Spirit was taking care of stuff. Yeah, I know. I'd like to have some things that I can pull out, but
yeah, I get it.
It is what it is. Anyway, thank you, all of you for being here, for spending part of your evening with us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, look into membership. If you want to book a personal reading, get in touch with us. We'll send you all the details. And in the meantime, thank you, Aley. And we'll see you on the 20th.
And moderators.
I'll see you well before. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. All right, take care, all. Bye.
Bye-bye.